Hello and welcome back, my companions. I hope you guys are ready to go on another adventure with me today in Wildermyth. Today we're gonna start a new game because this is the first time it's been on the channel, and I just want to kind of share it with you guys because I've been enjoying it a lot recently. It is in beta though, so kind of keep that in mind. Also, remember to leave either a comment, like, or subscribe if you're enjoying the adventure we're currently on. So, first things first, we're going to hit new story, and we're going to go with the age of Ulstryx. That might not be how you're supposed to pronounce it, but that's what we're going to go with, Ulstryx. It's a 3-chapter story that is geared towards new players, so since we don't really know how to play, or well, I'm assuming you as the viewer don't know how to play, we're going to face off against the implaceable Gorgon leader, Ulstryx. It's probably not how you say that, but that's how I'm going to say it. So, difficulties, we have C.S. Lewis, J.K. Rowling, George R.R. Martin, and then H.P. Lovecraft. So, easy, medium, hard, and expert. If you don't know who Lovecraft is, but you know who Cthulhu is, this is kind of the guy who is responsible. Basic version, he's kind of the guy responsible for that whole mythos. The short end of it, okay? If you want to have an actual discussion, take it to the comments. But we're going to just go with rolling. We don't have any mods. We want to go do the main enemy. Like it said, Gorgons. And this is going to be the map. It generates different maps every time. Though the the first 2 starting missions are always going to be the same. So let's re-roll all of these. Mainly because I'm going to try and do voices for the characters. However, I can't really do women voices. So we're going to just try and keep it all men if we can. So we have the romantic green wagon, the romantic hothead, and the goofish intellectual. The hunter clearly is going to be our ranged person. Warrior is going to be our melee. And mystic is the wizard, the support kind of person in this game. It reminds me a lot of XCOM because it is turn-based. There is cover involved in this system. But like it says, this book, there's room in it for another story. It's very like D&D meets XCOM. Like that's how I view this when I first played it. It's cold. I'm stuck here. The unwritten word does the most harm. Right. Then this must be the beginning. Here in our yondering country, something is in the woods. It's very strange. Tugged at only by the gentle desire to see friends, a young man named Karsus took the seasonal road to the town of Sonalek. Everyone's life in their own private legend. We're only hoping the hero gets rich in the end. Sure, the tale of Carlos Vaz Hog isn't necessarily a heroic one. I just think goodness is something you afford once your own worries are few. Alright, no more useless thoughts. Morning's getting late and I still have to drag Grant out of his door. He'll have something ready to argue about that'll take all our time. Smoke. Smoke! So, we could either decide to go with a rivalry, friendship, or romance. But depending on how we choose these, this will affect his relationship with Granth in the future. So we're going to go with friendship. Granth, where is everyone? Did you get tired of buildings? Because they're burning the buildings down? And then... So like I said, very XCOM-y in the fact that there's movement like that. We're going to extinguish the flame. We're going to come over and extinguish this flame. So we're going to just keep following the instructions because it is the tutorial mission. So you got to come over here, open the door. Well, his home looks fine. Granth, open up. Help me douse these fires. Is that curse? Coming. I hope your heart is clear and your hands are ready. You hope my what? No time now. These things came. I'm not sure what they were. Caused chaos. This one behind the house won't leave. Grab something and hit it. And they have shit their britches. So do I want a pitchfork, a pick, or a pan? Well, this is not PUBG, so I'm not picking the pan. Let's go with the pitchfork so I can get a little more range. We can beat the thing, right? Better than trying to stab a fire to death. Just be ready when you open that door, eh? So it's a rue. Hooves thrown softly around beneath it. It runs staggeringly, blowing its agony. So this is a thing that has been transformed into a gorgon, or is slowly turning into a gorgon. We're gonna shoot it, and then we're gonna come wall up and give each other a little bit of a bonus. Walling is a defensive formation where with an ally and we'll take reduced damage from attacks. And we'll just end the turn there. Oh, Jesus. And strike it. It dodged. There we go. Victory! When I first played this, they did not have this little leveling up bar, but that's okay. So let's see. Warriors like Karis are built hardy, enduring. I'm never going to get his name right. With a natural aptitude for battle, they develop powerful techniques for close combat. Oh, man. So do we want to have him be able to leap across the place? And attack faster, like basically get to where he needs to go faster. Shield shear once every other turn. As a swift action, he can shred 2 armor of a foe's armor with his weapon. Or wolf call after a successful kill, his allies gain +2 speed for the following turn. Well, normally I like to have my warriors kind of like post up in a chokehold and have the hunter and the mystic shoot from a distance, even though hunters can go swap between melee and range, whereas the mystic can only really be ranged. So hunters like Grunt thrive in the wild, surviving through stealth and peerless archery. They master their surroundings and bring down large foes. So he can counter all ranged attacks against him or an ally. If he's walling through shot, Grant fires a cleverly placed arrow that will pass through the first target and hit the next target in a line within range. Or ambush, he draws back, ready to loose an attack upon any enemy who enters the threatening strip of tiles. If the shot is not sprung, he releases the attack at the beginning of his next turn. So, Gorgons aren't actually ranged combatants usually, so archery is probably not the best thing. I think I'll go with ambush. What are these? Knee pads of rhythm. We'll give them to Grant because that's more speed for him. Well, that was easier than we thought. We wrecked that thing. We should go. Elm is alone. It's quite possible he needs our help. I'm going to get these voices down eventually. The first couple of episodes probably going to be a little rough because I don't have the voices for these guys yet in my head. Now up to that shadowy ruin. What about the village? Well, the village is fucked up. The fire's out. The thing is dead. The other townsfolk will need to do what's doing. And I'm wondering, now that you mention it, the tracks do lead that way. Why was Elm so intent on meeting us there? That old black tower, it's straight from a storybook. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Oh, Elm's always digging. What dark things did you unearth? So, we could either have rivalry, friendship, or romance. We're going to go with some friendship again. You and Elm are good friends. Should we be worried about Elm? I don't think so. Weird things do tend to happen around him, but he's probably up there now, figuring things out. So, we're going to take him to the source. We have to scout out new locations in order to find sites in the wilderness, which takes time. So, we're going to travel as a group and come on over here. The previous night, the tower where Elm had chosen to meet was a place he often used to escape as a boy. He knew its rooms and floors so well he could survive being chased through them, but they were a bit dusty. And now I wait, I suppose. Better have a plan if that beast breaks through. You really are a curiosity to me, beast. It's a shame about your attitude. The tower had outlived generations. Now it was little more than a strange nest for owls and tryst lovers. But as the old will tell you, in dusty shadows shine things long ago overlooked. That book! Why have I never... Are you wondering why I'm talking to myself, beasts? I kind of am. I'm also wondering... it's like they fucking knew me. The book felt heavier than its slender spine suggested. It was full of strange stories, the folklore of folk long forgotten. Circles of the Ancients was wild nonsense. How a woodcutter could read the rings inside the very old trees and so find the exact moment a grove began calling itself a forest. The Jester and the Jailer was the farcical tale of a condemned court jester. She convinced her guard that she that the world inside the cell was freedom, and so the dutiful guardsman released her. The Swallock Quilters told of an ensemble of very old people who, instead of dying, took up quilting. They lived together, speaking rarely, and made magnificent quilts. Ba-da-da-da-da. Elm reached the last word of the final tall tale. A few pages were left blank. This book! There's room in it for another story. I'm messing up his voice. He was not Southern. Right. Then this must be the beginning. Oh, my Lord. I'm going to stop with the voices for a hard minute, because I can't keep them all separated. Others were more substantial. Now we seem to be a thundering promise of doom. Another rue. From the shadowy figures of lands we claim as our own, to the huddled homes of families close in hope and kinship, fears have begun to pool and fester, drowning good sense. In the wild black woods where birds once bellied, a hateful silence churns. A sudden startling pain lit Elm's head. It subsided. For a moment, he felt very blank. The story he'd written lay before him in luminous script, and more empty pages seemed to have sprouted up behind it. Why do I feel powerful? Take the staff. You're not taking a spoon. Alright, so here we go. A rager. He's not having a very fun party. So, we're going to infuse to kill from a distance. So we're going to come over here. Open the door. Come on over here, because this thing isn't going to see us. We're barricaded in. So we're going to infuse with... There's a lot of stuff that's wood. Let's take the hammers. We're going to barrage. Okay, not a lot of damage. We're going to... Oh. I can strike him from here apparently, but we're going to infuse in this wood pile and that wood pile, and we're going to... Oh. I thought I was going to have a option to do something else. Because I know if you connect two wood items, you can do like a splinter salvo or something it's called. Let's have the display case and do what's called a bone lance. And kill the rager. Alright, so Elm's gonna level up here. As a mystic, Elm has acquired the knack for infusing his spirit with earthly things, drawing on the bonds to enact the formidable magics. So let's see. He could either be a naturalist, so he gets advanced things from living matter like vines, various plants and stuff. Vigor flow. For each infused object, Elm's physical attacks become more deadly. That would be cool if I wanted to kind of build him as a tank / damage dealer, but that's not what I want to do. Elm targets flammable debris, pulling motes of heat out of the air and gathering them into a single point to create an interfused blaze. I'm going to go with naturalist because Vigor Flow doesn't really go with how I normally play Mystics. Maybe in another playthrough, we can try and have like a tanky mystic, but right now I don't really want to do it. And I don't think Ignite is a super useful one at the moment because I don't think Gorgons are weak to fire. Could be wrong. Stunt chance. He doesn't really stunt things, so we'll salvage it for a hide. That's one of the items you need. Like, it's a material for resources. Did I just do that? I did. I don't know why they all keep coming out that way. So I'll just keep reading these like normal instead. At least until I can figure out a way to separate all their voices without treading on top of each other's feet. And does this make me a mystic like old Zephyrin Rhodes who reconfigured the rivers? Elm, you alright? Thanks for coming, Garth. Karth, glad you made it too. Like you're not my friend. You see that smoke? That's from Sunalawik. Sunalawik. Yeah, that's Sunalawik. Sunalawik. I'll never... Get ready to hear me butcher a lot of words, guys. Because that's what's going to happen. I don't know how it's burning, but it's burning. I've been a little busy myself, actually. Would you two mind terribly if we... So, I'm not sure if we've ever seen a... Oh, a monster? Yeah, sure we have. Killed like 2 of them on the way here, man. Well, I do have magic now, so... Just like... Whatever. Assault, slice, hold. We've got all 3. We're going to attack it. How should we do this? Whoever kills the most thing gets the loot? Should we go with offensive or defensive? I'm going to go with defensive just because that's the way I want to do it. We might need to open the door, but you didn't answer my loot question. Motherfucker. All heroes have +1 armor and warding. We have a swarm of rue and 1 raccoon, meaning there's probably like 2 there's like 2 rue or some shit like that. We're going to infuse into the torch. And then go right there, ambush. Oh man, you can't really ambush the door if it's not open, huh? Go ahead, open it. There we go. Nothing. Okay, so you can go right there, open the door. Guardian's basically Overwatch, so go ahead, go there. This let's just and wait right there. Okay, so let's, I guess, keep going. And wait, why can't you open the door? Probably because you're not right beside it. So come on over here. Oh, well, there's a ranged attack. So I was wrong. They do apparently have ranged attacks. But it's okay. I feel as though ambush will work well for us. Discus. Oh. Steal the fire from there and kill that. You said there was a swarm. There was only one of them. Alright, whatever. Bonus damage, we'll give it to Grant. Some dawns are gray that should be golden. The smell of ash emitters the taste of victory. No rain, I wish we'd get some rain. Even the oldest books say very little of what we've now seen. Monsters come from myths, but where do myths come from? I suppose we'll learn. They're real now. What started could be much bigger than us. So, I was thinking, let's not wait to be overrun. We'll walk these lands. We'll learn how to fight. We'll send out word, a call for the able and strong. And we'll name this company of heroes the Rustics of Bounty? What? The Orphans of the Banner. Are you orphans? The Fawn Kids. Wow. Evedaris' company. What are we standing around for then? Making up fancy titles? Let's go. If this is what we're set on, then I'm in too. Here follows the tales of Evedaris' company. Be remembered. So the raccoons have 2 more health. So we'll get into these. Up here is kind of our objectives for the chapter. We can recruit 1 more person if we come over here. Calamities are kind of like boons to the enemy. So like in 163 days, more calamity cards will be added. And then eventually there'll be other things. But we're going to send you over here. Nope, I just want you. The other 2. We'll work on this and find an item. And as you guys can tell, time flies really fast here. So she is a warrior. I kind of want another village farmer stats. Kind of want... Oh, I can customize them. Well, shit, I don't want to do that. I want another mystic, but it looks like I'm not going to get another mystic. Hey, Jill Shu actually has a sword. She's the one I want. You're back. I saw you leave a while ago. I did, and it's going well. The monster slaying. There's so much monster slaying going on. Just victory after victory, you know. Like, what are you trying to do? Have a big dick contest? But bottom line is, we could do with another pair of hands, you know, because we're winning so much. Are you interested? I have to confess, I was crestfallen when you all marched off. The start of a once-in-a-lifetime tale had dropped itself in front of me and then slipped away just as quickly. Well, come on, Jill. Let's go, girl. I didn't realize you could have just said something. Oh, come on, Jill. Okay. What sorts of skills do you need the most? Oh, I can recruit her as however I so see fit. But really, I want another mystic. However, we'll go with another warrior. Since I did recruit you in the expectations of you being a warrior. So we can either give her Raider, as a swift action once per turn, Jill can start a fire in an empty tile. Well, lovely. Stalwart, as a swift action once per turn, combats. Oh, once per combat. Ooh. Jill grants 3 armor to herself or a nearby ally for 2 turns. Blood Rage. Infuriated by wounds, she deals +1 for every 2 health she is missing. Let's go with Blood Rage. And we'll have you guys come on back to the hold. So Sly's hold will return to the hands of the common folk while they tend it. The site will provide resources at the end of each chapter. So we got some Ignates. But, oh, it's because he's the only one who is here. Let's see. His speed goes down, not too much, but so does his dodge. We'll just salvage that. Bonus damage. Damage. 1.5, 1.1, 1.8, and 1.5. 0.8, 0.8. We'll give it to her. And once these guys all meet up. Oop. Is everybody here? They all are there. Okay. So we'll go ahead and end today's episode on year 1, summer, day 7. We still need to scout the depths, which are over here. But in order for us to do that, we need to first scout the Gloom Plains. Like always, I hope you guys enjoyed that part of the adventure. I know I did, being able to share it with you all. This seems like a very fun and entertaining game. And once I get the voices down, it'll be a lot better, I promise. If you'd like to be a part of our company and be a regular companion, make sure to subscribe. Until next time.
Take a moment to think, adjust. Flexibility, love, and trust. Take a moment to think, adjust. Flexibility, love, and trust. Here comes a thought.